If you're making music with an iPad, you will at some point probably need to grab an adapter or dongle of some kind. I made a video last year where I talked about some of my favourite compact USB-C adapters, but since then, all three of the models I featured in that video have been discontinued. I don't know why, it's a bit weird. Anyway, Anker have actually released an updated version of the model I looked at in that video. I have it here, and they've actually improved on that older model in quite a few different ways. Could this be the best option for iOS creators looking for a way to expand the ports on their iPads? Let's find out. In the Anker 541 USB-C hub's packaging, you will find some paperwork, the hub itself, and that's it. On to the ports then. The Anker 541 USB-C hub gives you a 4K 60Hz compatible HDMI port, a 60W USB-C pass-through charging port, a USB 3.0 port, SD and micro SD card slots, and a 3.5mm headphone port. Anker have updated the design of this newer model so that even if you have your iPad in a case, the 541 hub will fit snugly against the bottom edge of your iPad. The top side of the hub has this overhang that, depending on whether you have a case, screen protector or Magic Keyboard connected, will keep the hub firmly in place. There is no wiggle here at all, a vast improvement over the previous model's sugary connection. The build quality overall is great actually. All of the ports have barely any movement to them with stuff attached, and its all metal construction means it should survive drops, knocks and bangs just fine. The 60W pass-through USB-C port can be used to keep your iPad's battery topped up while in use. Or if you're using your iPad with a Magic Keyboard which has its own USB-C power input, you can use this port to connect an external hard drive, for example, and quickly import and export files. I always get told off in the comments when I suggest doing something like this with these kind of adapters, so let me be totally clear. The USB-A 3.0 port is described on Anker's website as suitable for transferring data at up to 5GB per second. There is no mention of whether you should or shouldn't be using this port to attach something like an audio interface. Having said that, I have this Arturia Mini Fuse 1 attached here, and it works with zero issues, so your mileage may vary if you decide to emulate this setup. The SD and micro SD slots work exactly as you would expect, and you can transfer files at speeds up to 104 megabits per second. With Final Cut Pro having finally made its way onto M-series iPads this year, being able to shoot footage on a DSLR camera, then bring that footage over to your iPad directly like this is really convenient and something that I'll personally find really handy. I still think Apple were mad to remove the headphone jack from newer iPad models, so it's great to have one here. Bear in mind that in most cases, attaching the Anker 541 will automatically reroute any outgoing audio to the headphone jack, though attaching an audio interface will override that and have the audio output via its headphone output. The only exception to that I'm aware of is in Logic Pro for iPad, where you can manually select your output. If you're using GarageBand for iOS, for example, you'll need to detach the dongle to have audio come out of your iPad's speakers. This is a really nice wee adapter. It's compact, has excellent build quality, and a good selection of ports that will suit pretty much anyone looking to expand their connectivity options. It didn't break the bank either. I should note that this video isn't sponsored by Anker. They didn't send me this or anything. I bought it with my own money on Amazon for £29.99, which I think is a really good deal for something like this. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Definitely consider the Anker 541 if you're in the market for a budget-friendly and portable iPad adapter. I'll stick a link to it down in the description below. If you're in the market for something a bit more heavy-duty and don't mind sacrificing some portability for more extra ports than you can shake a stick at, check out this bad boy next.